What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. We are going to show you how to do trim restoration that lasts years, not months. It's very hard to decipher what is right and wrong. We're going to show the exact process we did on this Jeep. These plastics were fried. There are solutions that last a few months. There are solutions that last a few weeks. There are things that look great on the internet. We're going to show you the exact way any of you can actually restore the trim and have it last for years. We'll show you using our trim coating. This is ceramic coating protected. After we restored the trim, we're going to give you the whole process. Anyone can do it out there, but you can't skip steps, and you got to understand that there's a proper way to do it to make your life super easy where you don't have to deal with this trim all the time. You're not going to have to deal with this trim maybe ever if the car is maintained properly, but several years you will not have to deal with this. We are actually going to fix the trim, not just give a temporary solution. So come on in, join us. Hope you enjoy the video. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are going to talk about restoring faded or damaged trim. This is about a 6-year-old Wrangler, completely faded trim, and we are going to talk about the dye process to actually restore trim properly. As most of you know, we have a trim cleaner and trim coating system, and I see far too often people jump right in on this severely damaged plastic and try to throw ceramic down. What you're seeing me do here is actually use a dye, not a ceramic, because when you throw ceramic on already damaged, beyond repair trim, it may look good briefly, but it's not going to look good long term. So this process I'm going to show you is going to almost permanently fix the trim. And when we use coating at the end of this process, it's going to protect it from years to come. You keep protecting it, you won't ever have to do this process again. I've been doing this process for years. I started out, as you guys didn't see, it was off camera because I forgot to hit record. I used our trim cleaner on all trim prior to starting the dye process. And now what you're seeing and watching is in real time using a black trim dye and going through and very heavily putting on dye on every piece of the plastic. One of the things that I want to say is you'll see a lot of all-in-one products, this and that. They have their place. I'm telling you, do not lay anything ceramic based on this damaged of trim, because what's going to happen is you can never re-dye it after you lay ceramic down. That's why I have gone this route. So one of the things that I'll say is just kind of a key here for laying trim dye down is you want to lay it down extremely thick. Lay it as even as you can, but evenness, again, if you see some spots that aren't just perfectly even, don't get too worried about it, because what's going to happen is we are actually going to let this soak overnight. So I did this, let's say on a Monday. I don't touch this dye. I don't wipe it off. I don't level it. I don't do anything with this dye for 24 hours. And the process that I'm showing you of going over, making sure there's plenty of dye everywhere, you see me going over areas again, is because I realize this is the foundational step of restoring your trim properly. Jeep, Bronco, remember Chevy Avalanche, all of the Honda Element, those types of things. When your trim is this damaged, it is going to soak up a lot of product. And what you actually want is it to continue to soak up dye for as long as possible. So if I let this soak in, let's just say you're doing this yourself, I let this soak in for a week, I'd be fine. If I let it soak in for 2 or 3 days, that's fine. I am going to let this soak in for as long as possible. At my shop, it's only really possible to let it soak in for around, let's be fair, about a day. So I'm going to do this the day before. And as you can see, I'm just using an applicator and I'm spreading it as evenly as possible. And I'm taking my time. It's obviously sped up here in the video, but I'm not really in a rush. I'm not ever going to level this on the same day. I'm not doing any of that. This is actually a pretty relaxed process. And one of the things, especially if you're a do-it-yourselfer or you're a pro that's trying to get and do this, the thing is you can't really lay too much trim dye down. So don't worry about having a lot on the surface. Worry about having too little. I could have made a decision here. The fender plastics, the rear bumper, are not in as bad a shape as the front bumper. Believe it or not, this Jeep Wrangler only has about 6,500 miles on it. but it sat out in the elements. I could have very easily used ceramic on these fenders, but I'm already doing the front bumper. I think it's just worth it to do the whole thing. That is really my belief system. I could have gotten away with just our trim cleaner and trim coating, but why not just do it the right way to give this owner of this vehicle the longest lasting, great looking trim? I know it's not going to get a ton of miles. So I obviously know I could have just put coating down, but why not just go ahead and restore the trim all the way around? It only takes a few more moments. It's not that difficult, kind of a relaxing process. So this gives the trim the dye it needs back into the system. And then I'm going to go back and we'll show this in another video, and I'm going to coat the whole system the next day. So it's very simple and very easy. I see why people would just go ahead and use our trim coating. I could have very easily done that. I just think it's worth it to just go ahead and re-dye it all once I'm there. So what you'll see, I think a lot of people struggle with, and I'm trying to show you here is getting caught up in everything looking perfect. I just kind of put a lot on my applicator and I move along. And then while I'm doing that, I go, okay, what part needs a little bit more? Okay, where can I put a little bit more? Where do I need to put some more? Where is soaking up really quickly? One thing you could see when you're doing a trim dye situation, and you're trying to restore trim, is you could see, like in this instance, this fender was soaking up a ton of dye. So think about this. If I would have just gone directly in with ceramic, I'd have had to load it up with ceramic. And there is a risk to that. Okay. When you have such severely damaged trim, I see all these people say, well, I have a trim dye that has a ceramic in it. That's all fine and dandy, guys. But the problem is, if you get it wrong and it needed a lot of dye to come back to life, the problem is there's not enough in those bottles, wipes, etc. Again, I could have gotten away with it. Okay. Our trim coating would have worked perfectly on these fenders, but I've already got the dye out. I'm already doing the process. As many of you know watching our channel, not big on putting the gloves on. So I already got the gloves on. I'm already dirty. I'm already, in this process. So might as well just do it all. And this is the first thing I would tell anybody. You got a Jeep with this type, a Bronco with this type of damage trim dye can be done by anybody. You just need to make sure you lay it on really thick and you allow it to soak in. You don't try to come back 20, 30 minutes later. I just think that's not worth it. Just let it sit for a day. Do it on a Friday. Let it sit until Saturday evening if you're in your garage or shop. Do it on a Monday. Come back on a Tuesday or Wednesday and start to ceramic coat it. So this is the process of dyeing your trim that is severely damaged. This is it. And it's not that difficult. It's not hard to get it right. You'll have a little bit. You'll see the hood latches. Those will take some effort, which I end up doing. But at the end of the day, that's just intricate work. You'll be fine. You'll be all good. Don't sweat it. You'll see a little bit of extra. You're all good. And that is what goes into re-dyeing severely damaged sun-faded trim. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.